Did you know whole grains are superfood? We have been on this topic for a little while now. This is part 4. You may not have believed that we could do so much on whole grains, but there's just so much.
And more to come.
I'm just tipping the iceberg with what we are doing.
Amen.
Today, most of us, we know whole grains as oatmeal, whole wheat, barley. But generally, what we think about is oats and whole wheat when we talk about, and brown rice. That's what we normally think of when we think of whole grains. Well, I'm going to introduce you to a few more. That's one of them. A few more that we have overlooked, and see how good those are also. Quinoa. It started for Q, but it's pronounced quinoa. This grain offers significant protein and is known as a complete protein because it contains all of the amino acids. Amen. I don't know if you realize that most often people who are vegetarians, you are told to combine foods. For example, rice and beans, because rice is missing some protein that beans has, and beans are missing some protein that rice has. And together, they are considered as a complete protein. Because, actually, what is missing? Rice is missing some amino acids. Amino acids are the building block for proteins. So rice is missing a couple amino acids. Beans miss a couple amino acids. So when you combine them together, what is missing from rice, you get it from the beans. What is missing from beans, you get it from the rice. So they form what is called a complete protein because they contain all of the amino acids. Well, quinoa is not missing any.
Amen.
It's a complete protein. Most grains are not considered total protein sources because they lack adequate amount of the amino acids lysine and isoleucine. Those are two that most of the other grains lack. Quinoa has a significant amount of both lysine and isoleucine, making it a great choice for vegetarians who may have trouble getting all their amino acids. So when people tell you as a vegetarian you cannot get all your protein, that is so not true. You can. Quinoa also has a significant amount of manganese, I always say, iron, magnesium, phosphorus, and fiber, and it's also low in calories, making it a great choice of meal for meals and snacks. So that's one of our other grains I'm introducing to you. Anybody has tried it? Yes. It's really good. I love quinoa.
Excellent breakfast.
Yeah. Wonderful. You can use quinoa instead of rice in stir fry, or replace your morning oatmeal with this delicious grain.
Amen.
And a lot of times we do quinoa and some
tofu.
And some tofu, scrambled tofu, and it makes a wonderful breakfast. Okay, next one, spelt. With its nutty, sweet flavor, spelt is an ancient grain that is high in protein and very easy to digest. A cousin of wheat, many of the health benefits of spelt come from the fact that it offers a broader spectrum of nutrients compared to many of its more inbred cousins in the wheat family. It is an excellent source of manganese and a good source of protein, copper, and zinc. The fiber in spelt can also help to reduce total and LDL cholesterol levels. It can be used in many of the same ways as wheat, including bread and pasta making. Next one, amaranth. This week you're going to go out to the health food store, go wherever, try some of these. Amaranth is known as an energy food. With its balance of protein, carbohydrates, and healthy fat, It is a popular ingredient found in health foods and energy bars. Amaranth contains the highest amount of protein of all the gluten-free grains. So a lot of people who are gluten sensitive and cannot tolerate gluten, this is one grain that is a very good one for gluten-free diets. It also contains linoleic acid and lysine, essential amino acids to improve overall health. As an added bonus, amaranth has also been shown to boost your immune system. And who doesn't want a boost of the immune system? Especially now in this season, which is flu season, everybody wants a boost of their immune system. So this is one grain you could substitute. High in calcium, the grain is also very easy to digest and often fed to babies, children, and elderly, and those recovering from fast and illnesses, because it's very easy to digest. So even babies have, and again, it's gluten-free, so it's one of the things that is very good. Adding amaranth to your recipe will improve the nutritional value and taste and texture of gluten-free baked goods. It can also be used as a healthy alternative to thickened roux, white sauces, soups, and stews. So if you don't want to use corn flour or you don't want to use flour, this is something that can be used to thicken sauces also.
What is ROUX?
It's like a sauce. Yeah, it's like a roux. It's like a, yeah, it's like a gravy. Yeah. This, now our next one, teff. This is an interesting one.
How many have heard of teff?
Yeah, only one this one. Have you tried it? I am trying it this week. Teff. This tiny grain is packed with niacin, vitamin A and C, and thiamine. With its mild, nutty flavor, teff contains a variety of carbohydrates, fats, protein, and fiber. It also has a lot of essential amino acids and other minerals such as potassium, magnesium, and iron. Teff also leads all grains. Teff leads all grains in calcium. Just 1 cup of cooked teff contains 387 milligrams of calcium, which is 40% of the U.S. recommended daily allowance.
Amen.
Now for the quiz. When we did grains and seeds, do you remember which one was the highest source of calcium?
Nuts and, you mean nuts and seeds?
Yeah. Anybody?
Sesame
Almonds?
Sesame seeds.
Sesame seeds.
Yeah, you got it. Sesame seeds. That was high in calcium. Teff is extremely high in calcium. Teff is the smallest grain in the world. About 100 grains of teff are the size of a kernel of wheat.
Wow. Wow. That is small.
The germ, remember the germ of the grain? The germ and bran, where the nutrients are concentrated, account for a larger volume of the seed compared to more familiar grains. In other grains, which part of it has the largest volume? You have the germ, the bran,
And
the endosperm. Yeah. In teff, the endosperm is normally where all the starch is. In teff, that's the smallest part. The germ and the bran, where most of the nutrient is, those are the larger areas of this grain. Teff is high in resistant starch. That's a type of dietary fiber that can benefit both blood sugar management and weight control and colon health.
So in other words, eating teff would be extremely good for people overweight.
Yes,
Right.
because of the type of starch it has. The now, resistant starch is one that the body does not readily convert to break down to glucose. It's a type of fiber that the body doesn't break down to glucose, and it has a lot of colon benefits. According to the Whole Grain Council, it is estimated that 20 to 40% of the carbohydrates in teff are resistant starches, making it a great choice for weight management. Okay, and those are the 4 different grains and food for thought. The meals should be varied. The same dishes prepared in the same way should not appear on the table meal after meal and day after day. The meals are eaten with greater relish, and the system is better nourished when the food is varied. So let us try different grains. And remember, whole grains are superfood to your health. May God bless you.